choke. Can he choke him? Can he finish him? It's good night, Irene! Here we go, and look at Bibiano immediately going after the single leg.
Oh, Bibiano Fernandez, house on fire in the opening seconds. This fight brought to you by Monster Energy.
This first grappling exchange is gonna tell us a lot. We know that Andrew Leone's strength is his grappling, but grappling is Bibiano's superpower.
At the height of his BJJ career, Bibiano is considered the best of his generation. Only lost 5 times in his entire BJJ career. That's incredible. Leone, collegiate wrestler from Missouri College.
Trying to get that single leg, trying to suck it in. Andrew's got that overhook on the left side of Bibiano. He's trying to pull him up so he can get away from the hips.
Little popping right hands there from Bibiano Fernandez. Overhook on the left arm from Leone. Plenty of instructions coming from the corner of Andrew Leone, the team from Bali MMA.
I think Bibiano's trying to make a very clear statement that this is his
the knee
world.
hurt him! The knee hurt Leone! Here comes the flash! Here comes Bibiano! The ground and pound! Now he takes the back! Leone in all sorts of bother here! Bibiano Fernandez, a house on fire, raining down the blows. He looks to Yuji Shimada. He wants Yuji to stop it, but it's not going to happen. Leone is surviving, but for how long? Bibiano continues to unload. Leone's going to get out of here. Bibiano with a choke. Can he choke him? Can he finish him? It's good night, Irene! Bibiano Fernandez brings the house down.
Bantamweight championship on the line. The champion in the black trunks, the challenger in the red and white.
What I noticed yesterday when I was watching, when I had a chance to talk to both of them, that Bibiano looks significantly bigger than Kim, body-wise.
No attack back.
Look at Bibiano looking to press him against the fence. He looks like he's locking his hands right now. There you go, right down.
No spine line. Kim.
It's a quick and purposeful start from the Brazilian.
Bibiano needs to gather both legs. You see him trying to gather both legs with his left leg there. If he gathers both legs, he could possibly turn his back off the fence and go right to mount. See how his left arm is real deep underneath both legs? If he takes his left leg and then steps over, he looks like he's losing the position now.
No spine line.
I was wondering what Kim was going to do there. He seemed to have time and space to do something. He decided to just dig some elbows into the shoulder blade. Yuji Shimada doesn't want to see any more of that because he's worried about hitting the back of the head. What do you think about that, Rich?
Many times.
Well,
I told you.
Daewon is obviously targeting the spine with the elbows and the back of the head with the elbows. We have trouble seeing the angle from here, but Yuji's right on top of it. I'm sure he probably gave Daewon Kim a verbal warning there and then decided to yellow card him. At this point in time, that means that Kim is going to lose 10% of his purse.
Here's the replay. Yeah, that's the back of the neck. That's the shoulder blade.
He had let him get away with it one time.
It's a
Gave him a little pride, looked like a verbal warning, and then he hit him again 2 more times. One was like a real slight one, but
there did seem to be one solidly in the back of the neck, Rich.
You have to remember that from this replay that there were several elbows that were thrown prior to that replay as well. So we don't know if Yuji actually gave Daewon a warning prior to that, verbally. And I've noticed that they're restarting him in the same position. Absolutely. Just because there was a foul doesn't mean that it has to change the direction of the fight. Bibiano at this point in time has actually earned this takedown, so you don't want to take that away from him and start the fight back on the feet. Yeah, you'll find that in other organizations. They actually start him standing up after the foul. Bibiano gets reversed here when he went for the back. Beautiful work into the triangle. If he can lock it in. Switching to the armbar.
The armbar was on right from the beginning there.
Kim's out, but Bibiano's re-attacking right now. That's nice work. Kim pulls out.
Yeah, good. Yes, that's here, okay.
Kim hitting him a little short, chopping shots to the side of the head.
Got to make sure he doesn't get him on the back of the head.
Bibiano stands back up. Gonna look to try and turn it. There you go, turn it facing.
To me, I think you can see the size and I think a little bit of the strength difference though between the two when Bibiano took him down, as well as he's able to control the top position for a little bit. With Kim, he's just real scrappy. He moves real well on the bottom. He scrambles really well. His scramble, I think, is going to make the difference in this fight if he gets the win tonight.
No time, that's why.
They've kind of both really put out a lot of energy in that first little exchange. Now they're back on their feet, probably catching their breath a little bit, getting ready to go at it again. Remember, this is a 5-round fight, so they've got plenty of time.
Yeah, much longer fight than the 3-round version. 10 minutes longer. Flying knee from Kim, taken to the ground by Bibiano.
Bibiano right to the clinch, right to the takedown, hits him with a big
left
shot.
and right. A little bit wild.
Kim smiles. That's almost to say as if you got me with a good one.
Yeah, doesn't always mean you're happy.
Bibiano, the looping left hook just missed. Kim with the spinning back kick. Oh!
And another one, the knee connected to the head that time. Bibiano ducked into it, I think.
Yeah,
1 minute left in the first of 5 rounds.
Just cover up and they duck their head at the same time, bring their elbows into their body. I think he just caught him off guard. He wasn't expecting 2 back-to-back. Just moving around right now, kind of getting a feel for each other.
There's been a jab from Bibiano.
You can tell what the game plan is.
30 seconds.
Bibiano. He wants to come in here, get to the clinch, get to the takedown. Wants to show he has top position. Beautiful
There's
double
a
leg.
nice takedown.
Nice takedown.
That was a beautiful double leg. He waited for Kim to step in. He shot in on the double leg and was able to lift an elevator for the slam.
Busy work from the Brazilian, punching to the side, and 1 or 2 to the head there. Running out of time to do anything significant from this position in the first round. We're going into a second 5-round contest with a championship belt at stake. 25 minutes potentially of this kind of action, John.
Bibiano had a great transition right here to the triangle. Then he felt like he was losing it. You notice right here he starts to go to the armbar. You see the pressure put on the armbar. Kim was able to wiggle out of it. Then Kim jumper applying, he missed. Bibiano was able to get to the body lock and take him down, but wasn't able to control top position. This is where Kim shined. He threw a spinning back kick, and then he doubled up on it, which will almost always throw people off. Rich, how'd you score that round?
Well, listen, this was a difficult one to score. We're looking at the graphic here on the takedowns. Obviously, Bibiano earned 2 takedowns in that round, but I've given Bibiano
Seconds
a
out.
half tick for his ground control because he was attacking the
Seconds
submission.
out.
A great scramble on Kim's part.
Blue corner,
But then I also
seconds
gave
out,
Kim
please.
a
Now,
half
please.
tick on his striking superiority because he threw that combination of 2 spinning back kicks. I didn't quite give him damage on that, but I thought that he earned something for his striking
Round
superiority.
Fascinating first round. We've got 4 more to come potentially. And Bibiano Fernandez knows he's in a contest, even though he may well have the edge at this juncture. Don't forget, these 5 rounds will end up with a fight that the judges score in its entirety, not round by round. Furious scramble.
Kim's scramble was just unbelievable. I mean, he dropped his hips so fast. Bibiano was in real deep on that double leg, and they had to switch to the single leg and wasn't able to get the takedown. I think in situations like this where I feel like, oh, beautiful spinning back to that one
Very
actually
nicely
landed.
done. Yeah, right in the belly.
I think in situations like this, Bibiano needs to actually pressure him against the fence. Beautiful
got
back
his
kick
back.
from the standing position.
Could be in big trouble now, the Japanese.
That was a great back take.
We're looking to see if that left arm is under the throat.
There it is, he sinks it in.
That is under, right under. And this could be
Kim with
it.
the
It's
tap
over.
This world title fight is brought to you by Fund 88.
Belling on in the red trunks, the champion Fernandez in the black trunks, and immediately to the ground on the outside trip.
Yeah, this is not where Kevin Belagon wanted to be. You can see Bibiano just kind of sliding past into side control. I think a mount is just a momentary delay. You can see the pressure that Bibiano applies. When you're on the top and you're in an offensive position, you don't want to give your opponent space. If you're on the bottom, you want to create space and move away as far away from your opponent. And you can just see Bibiano smothering Kevin Belagon in this particular position.
Fernandez told us, I want to implement my Muay Thai early. I know my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is always there. Change of strategy, perhaps on the fly. Fernandez saw the opening. He seized the opening. And Belagon back to his feet, full credit. And taken right back down by Bibiano Fernandez. Fernandez just so sticky with his jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, once he gets a hold of you, it's real difficult to get him off. Bibiano is out there at AMC training with, Demetrius Johnson every day, just high-level training partners. And Kevin Belagon has got great training partners out there too at Team Lakai. But I don't think he's faced the type of grappler that Bibiano is.
It's difficult to find even high-level training partners who can emulate the jiu-jitsu of Bibiano Fernandez. You see the control. Look at the movements of the lower body and the upper body of Fernandez.
Yeah, I got to spend some time out there at AMC and train with Bibiano, and it's just so demoralizing to get on the ground with this guy. He just covers you, and it really feels like you're wrestling with a shark inside the water. And you just have no idea what he's gonna do, but you know the kill is coming.
Fernandez hooking the leg.
You can just see the pressure that he's applying to his left shoulder to keep Belagon's head in that position.
Winning from Olivier Costa, Belagon. Punch to the back of Bibiano Fernandez's head. Fernandez.
He's got the hip
tenaciously
trapped.
Inside control.
He's got the hip trapped with his right arm. He's got the head trapped with his left arm, and it pretty much just sprawls Kevin and secures him into that position, and there's nowhere that he can go.
Belagon trying to throw those up knees. He landed one a moment ago, but difficult to generate any force on those knees, even if they land flush.
Go, guys, work.
Call for action from Olivier Costa.
You can see Kevin, he's got the right idea. You see how he's keeping his right knee so close to the body of Bibiano. That prevents Bibiano from stepping over and getting a more dominant position, such as the mount. From this position, it's hard to say, how much energy Kevin is exerting. But, when you're trying to fight for position, you're like struggling for your life. It's so difficult down there. And there's got to be an element of fear, in Kevin Belagon. So that's going to tax him a little bit as well. But this position can be incredibly draining and also demoralizing as well. You can't get out of his position.
And Fernandez is not going to park inside control. He's continually hunting for submissions.
Grab the fence,
Belagon trapping the right arm of Fernandez. Full marks for that. Fernandez yanking his right arm free.
See, but with that trap, by trapping his arm, he enabled Bibiano to slide that knee now across his belly, which gives him a better position. And now,
looking for the armbar now is Fernandez.
That's a nasty Kimura he's giving.
Kimura, there's the tap. Went for the straight armbar, transitions into the Kimura, and finishes. 11 straight wins, 4 successful title defenses. Bibiano Fernandez continues to reign supreme.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Olivier Costa calls a halt to this battle at 4 minutes, 4 seconds of round number 1. For your winner by submission via Kimura, and still the bantamweight world champion, Bibiano "The Flash" Fernandez.